Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yari to all friends. With Maula's mercy, we have gathered here to continue discussing the Farman of Maulana Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah Allahumma Salli ala Muhammadi wa Ali Muhammad of September 25th, 1885. And inshallah, we will be able to finish this Farman today. And I'm going to start reading from this paragraph which we had discussed because the next paragraph is a continuation of that. બીજું અમને હદીસો જાહેર કરવાની નથી જે કે હદીસો જાહેરમાં મૌજૂદ છે પણ તેનો અર્થ કોઈ સમજી શકતું નથી. કેટલાક આલિમો હદીસના અર્થ જાહેર કરી સમજાવે છે કે ઇમામની આલ દુનિયામાં છે, તે બાતુનમાં છે. તે આલમાંથી ઇમામ મહેદી પ્રગટ થશે. તેના બાપનું નામ અબ્દુલ્લા હશે. તેનું પોતાનું નામ મોહમ્મદ હશે. તે આખિરતમાં પેદા થશે અને જગત ઉપર એક જ ધર્મ સ્થાપશે. તેને ઓળખવાવાળા સાચા મોમન હશે. તેઓને પાસે ઇમામે ઝમાન આખિરતમાં પ્રગટ થશે. આખર જમાનામાં પણ તેઓ મોમનો તેના આખિર જમાનામાં પણ તેવા મોમન તેના હુઝુરી હશે. આવી રીતે હદીસોની માયના કરે છે મગર તેઓની આંખ આગળ અંધારું થઈ પડ્યું છે જેથી તેઓ ઇમામને ઓળખતા અને ભૂલી ગયા છે. નથી ઓળખતા અને ભૂલી ગયા છે. So in this Farman, Imam is actually talking about evidences present in sayings of Prophet Muhammad. And then he specifically is referring to Mehdi, Imam Mehdi. According to the Shia, the 12ers, Ismaili community, they say that their Imam, whose name is Mehdi, he is Ghaib. He has disappeared, but he's alive, he's present. And they would say Hazir or Mawjood Imam. But they will not understand how he is. Imam is saying that they don't understand when they say he is Hazir or Mawjood, but how is he Hazir or Mawjood? Is he there for 1200 years? In the next paragraph, actually, Imam says that. So let me read that and we'll talk about both the paragraph together. So it will make sense to us that Maula is actually building upon this paragraph. બીજા કેટલાકો મહેદીના ખોટા દાવા કર્યા છે અને કેટલાકો ભોળેપણમાં તેને પાછળ ભૂલાવામાં પડ્યા છે. અમે તેમને આટલું જ કહીએ છીએ કે તમે તમારું ઈમાન સંભાળો, તમે તમારું ઈમાન સંભાળો અને ખરા ખોટાનો તોલ કરો અને તેના માટે તમે તમારા દિલમાં ખાતરી કરજો કે જેથી સાચાઈ તમારા જોવામાં આવે. દરેકે પોતાનું ઈમાન સંભાળવું. જે સોનું હશે તેની તેવી કિંમત થશે, ચાંદી હશે તેઓ તેની કિંમત થશે, તાંબો અને લોખંડ હશે તેને તે પ્રમાણે કિંમત ઉપજશે. પથ્થરની શું કિંમત ઉપજશે? તમે સાચ અને જૂઠને ઓળખો. ઇન્શાઅલ્લાહ અમને ઓળખવાવાળા જવાહેર છે જેની એક રીતિની કિંમત 100 ગણી છે. સાચાઈ અને ઈમાનદારી સાથે ચાલજો. So in this paragraph, Imam is actually focusing on Mehdi. According to the Ismaili community, they say that Imam is Hazir. That Imam is Hazir and Mawjood. The Imam is saying that there are so many proofs from sayings of Prophet Muhammad that Imam is from Ali Nabi Aulad Ali and he is ever present. And Imam, Hazrat Imam, is a direct descendant of Prophet. But then Mullah says there are scholars who explain these ahadith to people. Those who are innocent Imam says that કેટલાકો ભોળેપણમાં તેની પાછળ ભૂલાવામાં પડ્યા છે. There are very many in their innocence, in their naiveness. Now here we need to talk about this naiveness or innocence too, that they, due to their being naive, they are following that understanding. And Imam is saying that how can it be possible that Mehdi, who has disappeared so many years ago, 1200 years ago, how can he be Hazir or Mawjud? How can he be living? Though they will explain that Imam is present, but he is in Batin. Now, do you understand how different concepts are taken and explained to people? And that's what Imam is actually teaching us in his first Farman, that Jama'at at that time were told that Imams were in Batin before Prophet Muhammad. And Mehdi, whose father's name is Abdullah, and his name would be Muhammad, and he will be Pragat Thase. He will manifest. How will he manifest? What is the indication? How would we recognize? And very interestingly, that you'll be so surprised that there are very many religions who do talk about it, and I briefly had mentioned it last time too. But Imam here is actually telling us about the end time. Imam started this Farman with the end time. Now, when we look at this concept of Shia saying Mehdi as Imam, and Mehdi being the 12th Imam who had disappeared. When we look at history, during the time of Prophet Muhammad, he did announce Maula Ali's Imamat at Ghadir Khum. And after Maula Ali, Amr went to Imam Hussain. But I hope you all know that Maulana Hassan, the elder son of Maula Ali, did do the work of Imamat for some time. And that is why in books of our Hujjatan, our Buzrugwar-e Deen, you will read Maulana Hassan and Maulana Hussain. So it is very confusing when we do not have knowledge that how Hassan is also called Imam and Hussain is also called Imam. So if you were to be reading the books of our Hujjatan, which are published by IIS, you will know that there are different types of Imams. There are different types of Imams. One which is with the Amr is called the permanent Imam, Mustaqar Imam. Permanent Imam or Mustaqar Imam. And then there is another type which is you can call temporary Imam or entrusted Imam, जिसके पास अमानत रखी जाए. Maulana Hassan alayhi salam, the elder son of Maula Ali, he did have this imamat. Which imamat? Temporary imamat. Which imamat? Entrusted imamat. Meaning that the work of imamat was trusted upon him to do. And he did that for some time. And then he returned the imamat to Imam Hussain. When we look at Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah's will in today's time, Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah and his will, which is available online. If you do the search, you'll get it. Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah says that I am nominating Karim, my grandson, to be Imam, but if for some reasons he cannot take the responsibility of Imam, if he cannot be Imam, then Amin will take the responsibility. What does that mean? There are people who thought that probably, Shah Karim's life, if it is short, then Prince Amin Muhammad will be the Imam. That is naiveness. And this naiveness, this innocence, Bhoda Mane, is actually not being masoom or innocent. It is actually having no knowledge. It is due to lack of knowledge. So Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah saying that Prince Amin can also become the Imam was actually for us to understand what kind of imam, and that is the imamat which is entrusted imamat, which is temporary imamat, just in case for some reason. So to come back to our this farman, what we are saying, that when imam is talking about Mehdi and that line of belief which Snashiris have, imam is telling us that how Amr matters. Who has the Amr, that matters. And Amr is with Maula Ali, Maula Hussain, and Maula Zainab, and that's how we follow the chain of the light of Imamat, Nurun Allah Nur. But when we read one of the hadiths, we will have this broader understanding, this knowledge. Paigambar says that my grandson, Hassan and Hussein, if they are standing or if they are sitting, they both are imams. And Mullah here is telling us to read hadith, to understand this hadith, to understand here what Imam actually is telling in this paragraph, in these two paragraphs, what Mullah is teaching us. Mullah is drawing our attention to understand that there are different types of imams. So Hassan and Hussein, they are sitting or standing. Standing meaning that they have Amr. When they have Amr, they are Imam. When they do not have Amr, meaning they are sitting. Who was sitting? Maulana Hassan alayhi salam. He was sitting, he did not have Amr. He is also Imam. Meaning there are different types of Imams. And Mehdi, the manifestation of Mehdi, which has been mentioned in almost every religion. Christians say Jesus will come. Hindu says Naklanki will come. So there are so many terms which we would hear, names we would hear, that in the time of Qiyamah, at the end time, there is going to be Zuhura. And that is what Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah is teaching us here. That if we were to be naive, meaning have no knowledge, we will believe what these worldly scholars, without the knowledge of batin, without the knowledge of ta'wil, are teaching us. That we will not understand how there are different types of imam, and during the time of Qiyamah, the end time, which Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah has mentioned in this Farman, is going to be manifested. That Imam will manifest, and he will be from the Aal of Paigambar, Ali Nabi Aulad Ali. And Imam is then talking about that there are so many people who have falsely claimed themselves to be Mehdi, but they are all, with lack of knowledge. Those who follow them, they do not have knowledge. And Imam is saying that you do need to protect your Iman. Now the question is, how do we protect our Iman? With what I just said, it is evident that if we do not have knowledge, if we do not have the knowledge, true knowledge, it will be difficult to take care of our Iman. When the Iman is based on bholpana, bhore mane se, right? That bhore mane, we think of it as being, masoom, innocent, and just mind your own business, do what you need to do, and that's it. If we were to do that and do not have the knowledge to be able to question and answer and satisfy our intellect, that how we are Ismailis, how this tariqah is the true tariqah, how our Imam is the true Imam, and in the end time, the time of Qiyamah, there will be Zahura of Imam. There will be manifestation of Imam. To some extent, we are seeing that, we are understanding the way Hazrat Imam announced the chain of the light of Imamat from Prophet Muhammad. In Christian world, Imam is the first Imam who made Prophet Muhammad the true prophet, because Christians would not accept that there is any other prophet. After Jesus, there is nobody else. But Hazrat Imam announcing in the Canadian Parliament that he is the Isle of Prophet, everybody accepted and respected Hazrat Imam because Hazrat Imam has, his caliber internationally. With his work and with his efforts, Hazrat Imam is accepted by all the leaders of the world. In fact, they seek guidance from the Imam. And when Imam says that he is from the Isle of the Prophet, everybody accepted that yes, Prophet is there. Prophet Muhammad, who is the last Prophet of Allah, and Imam is from that chain of the light, and we are Ismailis. Imam is our Imam. But being Ismailis, if we do not know how that is happening, why are we different from Isnashari? Why Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah is telling the Ismaili Jama'at that there will be manifestation of Mahdi in the time of Qiyamah? What does it mean to us? And these are all the questions which we do need to seek answers of. And there are two ways to get the answers. Number one can start the personal search. Read all the books. You can read all the books which are available on our tariqah, from IIS, from other sources. Read the books and find what is our tariqah. And it is possible to do that. Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah in 1945 in the Mission Conference, where Imam actually started the REC, night school, mission classes at that time. It was started in 1945. So Imam had called this conference and called all the missionaries. Anywhere, everywhere, he had called all the missionaries. Abu Ali missionary at that time was a young child. And all this Bhagat and everybody is there, along with Ivanahu and a Bhora gentleman who was there. And Imam, in front of all these people, says that you all Bhagat combined, you do not know what is Ismaili Tariqa. What? Our Bhagat and our missionaries do not know what is Ismaili Tariqa? These are Imam's word. Again, I would welcome you to do the search and you will find this speech of Imam in 1945. It's called 1945 Mission Conference. And Imam says that all you missionaries and Bhagat combined, you do not know what is Ismaili Tariqa. But this Ivanahu, who was a Russian, and Bohra gentleman, they know. How? Why? They are not with Imam, they don't have Ismail Azam, they don't have Farman. They know more about Ismaili Tariqa than Ismailis. These are Imam's Farman, Imam's speech. When Imam gives a speech, for me it is Farman, because this is coming from his Mukh Mubarak, and he is Nur. He is saying to us that you as Ismailis combined, and this is not Jama'at we are talking about. These are all missionaries who would come to Jama'at to teach the tariqah. And they don't know about our tariqah. That's what Maula's words are. Why would these two individuals who were not even Ismailis knew more about tariqah? Simply because they had read the books. So for us, the conclusion is that if we truly seek this knowledge, one way is to do the personal search and read all the books on our tariqah. And Alhamdulillah, we have the IIS platform to read those books. And there are other sources which have come out in today's time because of the technology of internet. Alhamdulillah, everything is online available. So there is a lot of Tawili knowledge now available about our tariqah. And it is all due to the time of Qiyamah, the end time. One can get that knowledge through reading, doing the personal search. The second method would be to connect, to attend advanced classes which are delivered about the talimat of our tariqah. And when you do that, you learn from Quran how our tariqah, how our mazhab is the true mazhab and how our imam is the true imam. Because we should be able to answer if anyone asks the questions. And we don't want to go far. Our children, our grandchildren, if they were to ask, which they will, because they live in this global world today, and they need to know how and why we are saying our tariqah is true tariqah. There was one of the friend who shared that one of their girl got impressed with Hindu culture, all the Diwali and all the fun and dancing and whatnot, and all the ginans mentioning the Hindu words, and she felt that she needed to marry in the Hindu community. And these Ismaili parents are so worried, and they contacted me that, can you please help us? What do we do? And my question was, have you taught your child since young age about your tariqa? If we have not taught the talimat, if we have not been able to answer the questions of our children, how will they understand what choices they are making? And it is not that we can stop them. No, they are adults. We cannot stop them. But when they are making choice, they do understand what they are doing. Ismaili tariqa is the true tariqa. Our Imam is the true Imam. And there is no speck of doubt in it. Doubt comes from the lack of knowledge. Today, due to being in this time, end time, it is a time where there's a flood of knowledge. Anything anyone seeks can get it. So what do we need to do? Imam says, Tamne tamaru iman sambhalvu જોઈએ. Take care of your iman, protect your faith. And that faith can be protected by learning about our faith, by seeking knowledge. And Imam says that every individual has to protect their own iman. Darekne potanu iman sambhalvu. First, charity begins from home. Take care of yourself. First, you learn. Individually, we need to be responsible for our iman. If we are doing everything to protect our own iman, people who are around us automatically will understand it. Automatically. It happens without any efforts. But first, we do need to become responsible to protect our own iman. Iman will not be protected if we are going to Jama'at Khana regularly, if we are sitting in Ibadat regularly. These are must practices. Do not take me wrong. But if we are asked questions and we cannot answer, that is it. That is it. The child or grandchild who is asking us and we cannot answer, that will lead to doubt in their mind and in our mind because we don't have the answer to the question. Je Sonu Hashe, and then Imam is so beautifully is giving us comparison, a worldly comparison, which we can understand, right? We know the value of gold versus the value of silver, and then the value of metal. And then Imam says, what would be the value of a rock? Nothing. Nothing. Why would Imam give us these 4 examples for us to compare? Meaning, in Jama'at, Imam can see there are souls whose Iman is like gold, very valuable. Then there are Jama'ati members whose level of Iman is like silver, meaning there's a lot which we need to do, improve, go further, become like a gold. And then there are like metal. What is the value of metal? Lower, very low. But then there is a stone or rock which has no value at all. These are all stages of soul. These are darajat. Within ourselves, within Jamaat, Imam is seeing it and Imam is saying it. And he is teaching us through this allegorical example that we all need to become like gold, very valuable, very valuable. Everybody wants gold to wear it because there's a value in it. Silver has a low value in it. It is all about money we are talking about in terms of valuation, not about fashion. Imam is giving us such example which is so simple to understand. Now, question to us is, what stage are we? Are we like rock? Are we like metal, silver, or gold? What is our status? How do we know where we stand? Only knowledge will tell us where do we stand. Only knowledge will tell us what is our path. How do I progress on my path to move forward to become like a gold, which is very valuable. Gold is put in the, Taj of Imam, in the chair of Imam. Meaning, allegory, this meaning of this example is that those mu'mineen whose iman is so strong and powerful, they are the only ones who can be close to Imam. Not others. Not others. Does not matter if they are in Jama'at. These are all 4 types of people actually Imam is talking about. 4 levels of Iman Imam is talking about. And then Imam is saying, Inshallah, God willing, અમને ઓળખવાવાળા ઝવાહિર છે. Imam is not talking about silver, metal or stone. He is saying, those who recognize me, they are like jewels. જેની એક રત્તીની કિંમત 100 ગણી છે. This is higher than gold. I hope you're following it. This is higher than gold. We were talking about gold being the highest. Imam says no. There is a darja which is higher than gold, and that is gems and rubies. And Imam says that their value, even a rati, like negligible amount of gem, that their value is much higher than even gold. Meaning, this is the darja, the most closest. Where is it? It is in the heart of Imam. Not in the chair which Imam may sit or not sit. Not in the crown which Imam wears and may not wear. But in the heart of Imam. Always with Imam. Always with Imam. Inshallah, અમને ઓળખવાવાળા ઝવાહિર છે, જેની એક રત્તીની કિંમત 100 ગણી છે. સાચાઈ અને ઈમાનદારી સાથે ચાલજો. Then Imam is giving advice. Do understand these 2 sentences follow each other, but the advice is not to the zawahir. Zawahir are already in the heart of Imam. It is to all those other 4 ranks of mu'minins in the Jama'at: rock, metal, silver and gold. Imam is saying, walk in the life with honesty and with complete faith. So here we have finished our first farman, and we can continue to talk about the next farman if we do not have any lot of questions. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start the next farman, and if those who have questions, do write it down in the chat so you don't forget it. So there is a Ginan, a friend has shared, Eji nahi kuch hosho to sarve kuch thasho eva sarve kuch Shahji ne bhaveji. Very beautiful. Yes, this is the Ginan which talks about humility. Humility is one of the lesson which Imam teaches us in Baitul Khiyal, that we do need to have humility in order to sit in ibadat. Humility is very powerful virtue which every Jama'ati member has to have it. Alhamdulillah. Thank you for sharing. So this second farman is from Mumbai, September 8th, 1885. हक मौलाना धड़ी सलामत दातार सरकार आका सुल्तान मोहम्मद हाजरी माह में श्री મુંબઈના દરખાને પધારી તખત ઉપર બિરાજમાન થઈ મુબારક ફરમાનો ફરમાવ્યા. આજે હજનો દિવસ છે અને આ હજની ઈદ કહેવાય છે. જે હાજી લોકો મક્કે જાય છે તેઓની હજ આ દિવસમાં કબૂલ થાય છે. શરિયતી હજ પૈસાદાર ઉપર વાજબ છે. ગરીબો ઉપર એ હજ વાજબ નથી. હાજીમામ માટેની નિયત અને હુબ વગર કોઈ પણ ચીજ કબૂલ થતી નથી. એ કુરાન અને હદીસોથી પણ સાબિત છે. નબી અને નબીની આલ જે ગાદી વારસ છે તેની મોહબ્બત અને હુબ વગર કોઈ ઇબાદત બંદગી કબૂલ થતી નથી. Now, this is the two paragraphs of the next Farman. The first Farman, very interestingly, talks about Hajj. Hajj being one of the pillar in our Islam tariqa. Sunni Muslim believe that there are 5 pillars. Sunni Muslims say that there are 5 pillars, whereas Ismailis, we say there are 7 pillars. And Imam actually is talking about 2 pillars here. One is Hajj and one is Hub, Walaya. And Imam is talking about on that day in 1885, that day was the day of Hajj. And Imam is talking about that these people call this day as Eid. And those who go to Makkah, that day their Hajj is accepted. Then Imam says, Shariati Hajj paisadar upar wajib che. This Hajj of Sharia is made must on those who are rich. Now here Imam, without saying, telling us that there is Hakikati Hajj too. If there is a Shariati thing, then Shariat, after that comes Tariqat and then comes Hakikat. So if there is a Shariati Hajj, there has to be Hakikati Hajj. Has Imam talked about it? Yes. In Kalam-i Imam-i Mubin, if you were to read about Hajj, Imam has talked about Hajj, that for us, the Hajj is going to Jama'at Khana. And very interestingly, there are friends who would tell me, oh, they are going for Hajj or Umrah and they feel so blessed and happy. And I simply say, for me, I do Hajj every day. Alhamdulillah, we can go to Jama'at Khana and get that Hajj without spending any money. In the tariqa of Hakikat, Imam has made Hajj so easy and so near and so possible for us. Again, for that, what is one required to do? Knowledge, study, ilm. If we don't have that, we don't understand Imam's Faramin, Imam's Hukum, and we spend money, feel special, leaving Jama'at Khana behind, going there to do Shariati Hajj. With our own free will, we go down the level. An intelligent Mu'min would say, no, after Shariat, the higher stage is Tariqat, and after that, there is a stage of Hakikat. And I follow Hakikat. Ismaili Tariqa is Hakiki Tariqa. For us to follow the Hakikat, we do not need to spend any money or go anywhere. Yes, there are some friends who say, oh, we go to visit being curious. Oh, that's okay. That's all right. But if we have those emotions in our heart, those, that we are going to go to Hajj, that Hajj is possible for us in Jama'at Khana. There are friends who would say, but in Khana-e-Kaaba, Maula Ali was born. Yes, yesterday Maula Ali was physically born in that house of Allah, and that house of Allah is mentioned in Quran. But in today's time, Imam has said, this is my house, and I give it to you to take care of, to protect, and to pray within it. Do you know that Jama'at Khana is actually Imam's property? Imam is the major shareholder. In the past times, Imam would build the Jama'at Khana, and later on, when Jama'at became, well-to-do, they said, Imam, we would like to also contribute. Imam said, yes. So each Jamaat Khana, 51% of the shareholder is Imam, and then remaining is the Jamaat. Because Jamaat willingly came forward that we want to have the sawab, that this building will be such that Jamaat will come, Momins of Imam will come and pray, and we would like to also donate. And Imam said, okay, if you want to do that, sure. But Jamaat Khana is Imam's property, and it is his house. And he says, I live in that house. That house is for us a place where we need to pray and do the Hajj. So I hope that we understand when Imam says that there are people who go to Makkah and do the Shariati Hajj. For us, we do not need to do that. Imam says it is not wajib on poor. Which poor? Financially poor. હાજરીમાં માટેની નિયત અને હુબ વગર કોઈ પણ ચીજ કબૂલ થતી નથી. Now here is the answer to our question which are coming in our mind. Any intention which does not have love of Imam, any intention which does not have love of Imam will not be accepted by Allah, will not be accepted. So those who go for Hajj spending so much money, taking so much difficulties upon themselves, suffering upon themselves to do this Hajj, it is not accepted. Why? Simply because there is no love of Imam in there. હાજરીમાં માટેની નિયત અને હુબ વગર કોઈ પણ ચીજ કબૂલ થતી નથી. એ કુરાન અને હદીસોથી પણ સાબિત છે. નબી અને નબીની આલ જે ગાદી વારસ છે તેની મોહબ્બત અને હુબ વગર કોઈ ઇબાદત બંદગી કબૂલ થતી નથી. Pick up Quran, pick up Hadith. It will give you the proof of how Imam is our Imam, true Imam. Imam is not saying pick up the Gina. Imam is not saying pick up the Farman. Because if we were to pick up the Farmans and Gina, it is for Ismailis. But then there are Ismailis who mingle outside. In 1885, today this is a norm. We live with all the communities. Everyone knows we are Ismailis and we are with Hindu friends or Isnashri friends or Christian friends because now we live in a different time. It is very much applicable to us today, the way it was applicable in 1885. We cannot show our farmans to other people. We cannot show our Ginan to other people. What we can all agree upon is Quran and Hadith, which is available to all, Muslim or non-Muslims. And give them proof, because that's what Imam is saying. That without the intention and the love of Imam, no action, no deeds are accepted. And it is proven, given in Quran and Hadith. Our Nabi and his Ahl and his Gadi Waris, meaning the Imam of the time, Shah. Without his love in our heart, without him in our intention, any ibadat, physically going to Hajj, physically going to Jama'at Khana, physically giving the song, any ibadat, saying 5 times namaz, giving zakat, whatever you bring, nothing will be accepted. And I'm including here all Muslims, not just Ismaili Muslim, all Muslims, because I did refer to different pillars and different practices. I'm including all the Jama'at, all the Ummah. If any one of that person belong to Ummah or Jama'at does not have the love of Imam, does not understand how Imam is the true Imam from the Quran and Hadith, no ibadah of theirs will be accepted. મોમિન જ્યારે આ પરમાણાની બાબતો પढ़े ત્યારે જ તેની ઇબાદત વગેરે કબૂલ થાય છે. Now here is, I'm telling you, the most critical line here. Those who are Mominins, and when they read this knowledge, I'm going to read again. મોમિન જ્યારે આ પરમાણાની બાબતો પढ़े ત્યારે જ તેની ઇબાદત વગેરે કબૂલ થાય છે. When they study, when they understand, when they believe, then only their ibadat will be accepted. But if those who do not study, those who do not know, how will these ibadat will be accepted? Meaning that all what is being done is not being accepted. So it is useless, fruitless. I think let's stop here at the end of the page 14, and inshallah we will continue the next week with all these.
Friends, if you have any questions or any comments, you can unmute and come forward.
Yeah, Mother,
Yes.
I just wanted to say that it's all so powerful and so I've been listening to these sessions for 3 or 4 weeks now, and I just seem to understand everything that you're saying, and that every time I listen I learn a bit more, and it just becomes even more powerful, and my understanding increases even more. So just thank you, and I hope I can keep attending even more sessions.
Shukran, alhamdulillah. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. We are here. If you have any questions, more you seek, there's a lot more available. Those who have time and they want to invest more time and learn, definitely this is all needed for us to learn. And thank you for sharing your beautiful comment, brother. Thank you.
Subhanallah, subhanallah. I know Imran Sahib actually is listening to additional lectures as well. So if any friends who are interested, they can always ask for more, and we can share. We have a lot more sessions done by Niamat Sahib in Gujarati, Urdu, English, so just reach out to one of us and we can share it.
That is wonderful, Imran. See, those who seek, they shall find, they'll find. So you have to just reach out, and I hope you're enjoying more lectures. And if you have any questions from other lectures, never hesitate to ask, because we are here and we have all the time in the world. We have nothing else to do but this. So shukran Mawla for your interest and your commitment. And may Mawla bless you, because this is such a joyful journey. When we understand all the deeper meaning, it is like mind-blowing that what Imam has said so concisely, we have not understood. And I always say that, how did I understand? One may question, may wonder, right? When I truly paid attention to Imam's Farman, when Imam says, study Quran and Hadith, when I did that, my eyes, my mind, all opened up, I would say. And then when I read Farmans and Ginans, it was a different level of understanding, different level of joy which I got. So I have delivered lectures on Ginans and Farmans as well, and then Quran as well. So those who are interested in different directions, they can always ask Naveen Sahiba to share lectures individually. It is very individualized, who is interested and who is not, and how much time one can invest. So thank you so much. I felt very happy, Imran, for your interest and commitment. Thank you.
I mean, thank you and shukr, and I just agree with what you're saying. I know when you study, one more comment. When you study the world and when you study science and when you study things around you, you look and you keep looking and you find deeper and deeper things. And now you apply that to the same to our botany search, to our spiritual search. And every time I look and every time I answer it, try and find an answer to the question, the truth that just comes out of you and hits you, and you go deeper and deeper. And I think that's what you're saying, and my understanding of your talks are each week is there's just more and more to see and to find and to learn. So if you keep going, you'll keep finding, the answers will keep coming.
Very true, very true. Thank you. I truly hope that all friends get motivated like Imran and learn more and enjoy more. Inshallah. Ji.
I mean, friends, any other friends, if you have questions, if you have comment, you can unmute and you can come forward. I think one most important thing which learning took place for me is how much it is important for us to know it so we can actually respond to our kids, because kids these days ask a lot of questions, And growing up, we were not supposed to ask questions, and now kids are asking questions. So it is beautiful to understand our tariqah and be able to explain it to them, that why we are doing what we are doing and why is it important to continue. So shukran alhamdulillah. Munira Saiba or Munir
Munir.
Punja, yeah, is saying that yes, very much motivated. So shukran alhamdulillah. You can reach out and we can talk, and inshallah we'll share more sessions with you. Any other friends, if you have any questions, any comments, you can come forward. This is our time. This is time for us to, be open, and it's okay to talk about things, because the more we talk, more we will learn, and more we ask questions, more our understanding will improve. Ameen, ameen. Any other comments?
All right. Naveen Saiba?
Thank you, Niamat, for joining, for giving us your time, and inshallah, may Allah bless you, and we continue to learn more and more from you. Thank you,
Thank you.
friends, for joining. Yali Madad.
Yali Madad, Yali Madad.